Jacob, we're here in the David L. Moss Center, the jail here in Tulsa, and I just want to ask you a few questions, okay? How old are you?
19.
And when is your birthday?
August 9, 1992.
And tell me a little bit about your family. Who's your mother and father?
My father's Carl England. My mother is Teresa Alexander. She's incarcerated in Naval Bassett. And my father's deceased. He was shot and killed.
What
Comanche Apartments,
When?
April 5th, 2010.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about that situation. Were you present?
Yes, I was present at the time.
And
my sister had an apartment out there. She had a run-in with some guy. He was trying to kick her back door in, wanting to speak with her and her boyfriend. And my two nephews were in there, and she called my dad at the scene, and when my dad arrived, they had a little confrontation, and the male that was trying to kick her back door in shot my dad, and I was right there, seeing everything.
you saw your dad die.
Yes.
Now, with regard to your sister, she had two little children. What were their ages?
Their ages are 4 and 3 at the time right now.
And when your dad died, was your mother already incarcerated?
Yes, she's been incarcerated half my life that I can remember.
All right, now after your father died, did you have a younger sister?
Yes, Katie England.
No.
She was 14 at the time.
How old were you?
I was 17.
And did you then become like her parent to take care?
Yes, for a little while, and she started living with my dad's brother and his wife, but she was a little much for him to handle, so I took over guardianship over just this last year,
And you've been caring for Katie?
and I've been caring for her ever since.
Now, after your father died and your mother was in prison and you're taking care of your sister, what was your occupation? What were you doing at 17 years
I
old?
was trying to take care of my dad's business the best I could, trying to carry it on, but that was quite a handful for a 17-year-old.
What was your dad's business?
He ran English tree service,
That was
trimming removable trees.
okay. You weren't able to carry it on at 17.
No, it was pretty tough, so I went ahead and went and started working with another guy that my dad did business with, Trees by Daniel.
And did you work for him for a while?
Yes, I worked with him for around 2 years, and I met Sharon, and we had a baby.
All right, now that's your girlfriend, Sharon.
Yes,
And how long were you with Sharon?
I was with her for 2 years.
Okay. Now, all up until the time you were arrested, were you working essentially full-time on a job?
Full-time, every day.
All right. Now, let's talk about Sharon. When you and Sharon lived together, you had a little baby.
Yes.
When was the baby born?
He was born October 25th, 2011 at 1:01 a.m.
And that's Jacob Jr.?
Yes, Jacob Carlin II.
Now, Sharon and you, where did you live?
We lived in my dad's old house.
Is that in Turley?
Yes.
Now, you lived on the north side essentially your entire life.
Yes, my whole life.
And you felt that you knew everybody there and had a lot of friends?
Pretty much, yes.
Had a lot of friends?
Yeah. I know every neighbor, everybody down my street, half the people in Turley.
I noticed as we were coming in today, neighbors were visiting you.
Yes.
Now let's talk a little bit about, if we could, Sharon. Something horrible happened in January of this year to the mother of your child.
Yes.
What happened?
She shot herself in the head about 2 feet away from him, and our son was right there in the same room.
That's her little child?
Yes.
How many children did Sharon have?
She had 3.
One with you,
She had one with me. She had an 8-year-old girl and a 2-year-old boy.
and you were the father
The
to,
2-year-old boy didn't know anybody else.
but you.
Called Dad but me.
And when did Sharon take her life?
January 10th, 2012, approximately 9 o'clock in the morning.
Just a few months ago.
Yes.
Did you witness that as well?
Yes, I was standing about 2 feet away from her when it all happened.
How did that impact you?
It's impacted me more than anybody could really ever imagine.
Did you love her?
Yes,
And
tremendously.
Now, after Sharon took her life, did you continue on being a father to Jake Jr. and to Kate?
Yes.
Did you take care of them?
Yes, I did.
Did you work every day?
Every day.
All right. Did there come a point in time when, as a result of these deaths relatively close in time of people that you greatly love, that you had to get help and get some medication to deal with that depression?
Yes.
And did you do so? Did you get help?
No, I didn't. I just got medication to help me
Okay.
overcome bad thoughts, I guess.
Wasn't easy, was it?
No, it wasn't. Still in it.
Okay. Now, Jake, I want to ask you a very important question. I know you've been here in the jail, and you might not have been able to see all that's being said about you, so I want to ask you directly. You grew up on the north side and developed friendships on the north side and have your family on the north side, am I right?
Yes.
And the north side is probably a majority of the population are African Americans. Is that
Yes,
correct?
sir.
Do you have friends that are African Americans?
Yes, I did.
Probably more friends that are African Americans than are white or Indian.
About the same, yeah.
All right. Do you have any kind of hatred or ill will toward African Americans at all?
No, I don't, because the line of work that I was always in, the place I lived, we always had to get along with everybody. It didn't matter what color he was.
Now, there's been a statement on your Facebook that was a derogatory term of African Americans. Would you explain that? Why would you use such a term?
It was just to express the way I was upset about the guy that shot my dad. That's the only time I'd ever express anything like that about somebody.
Do you have African Americans that you can count among your best friends?
Yes, I did.
Is there anything that you did in any way in your life that you know of that would have been out of any kind of ill will or hatred toward African Americans?
No.
Thank you.